I have video and pictures.
You are the busy one. According to the schedule, you are the busy
One.
Okay. One. Yes.
Equilibrium.
You can come to Monday, next Monday, and I can give you the video. You can take the flash.
Before the beginning of the game, I want to say what I want to see and to hear from this game. The first thing, as you know, this should be a teamwork. Everyone has to work. Everyone has to ask questions. It doesn't mean if the first speaker finished his speech, it doesn't mean that he's sitting and doing something. I don't know what, for example, lying and not listening. You have to ask questions. You have to be the active speaker, the active doer of this process. Okay. The second thing that I want to see is good repetition, and the third is new, fresh ideas that will appear during the game. Okay? This is what I want to see. So if you are ready, we can start.
Yeah, ready.
So this is the first speaker.
Good morning, everybody, our respected judge, our guests, dear friends. Today we are going to debate the topic, this house should legalize the sale of human organs. We are a formative team. Our team called BZBs, and we are the students of the 9th gymnasium. I'm Nastya, the first speaker. This is Sergey, the second speaker, and this is Lera, the third speaker of our team. So why we choose this topic? We choose this topic because medicine should be developed to save human lives, and if the selling of organs will be legalized, if the selling of organs legalized, people would have an incentive to save another lives. So our criteria is health of a sick person. I would like to give you definitions. The first one is legalization. Legalization is the process of removing illegal prohibitions against something which is currently not according to the law. And organs, this is a part of organism that body requires to function. And to sell, it means to give something for money. Now our arguments. The first argument of our team is doctors should have the right to save a human life in any way they can. It means that I would like to say that every person who wants to become a doctor, he must take a Hippocratic oath. And according to this oath, people must follow 9 principles. One of them is the obligation to assist the patient. So it means that doctor should save the life of his patient in any way he can do it. So they should follow this oath, and they should save their patients. They should do anything they can to help their patients. Our second argument is the sale of organs can give money for poor family, especially if they are in need. For example, some poor family can receive money from selling organs of member of their family. In such way, you can see they can get money, and they would have more possibilities to live longer and to help save another lives, maybe of if member of their family is sick, they can help him to fight with his problem to fight with his illness. They can receive money and just have money for living, to buy some stuff, to send their kids in college. So this way they do good things, like one for another. They help another sick person with organs. They sell organs, and they receive money for that, and they help themselves to live in this world and to have money for living. So this is our arguments, and we think that they approve our point of view that the House should legalize the sale of human organs. So, okay. How many minutes?
4 minutes 38 seconds.
First of all, I'd like to thank my opponents for their arguments, but at first I'd like to present my own team. The team is called Equilibrium. I am the first speaker. My name is Mary Varvahovska. Today I will develop the team in general and give you some arguments against the selling of organs. This is our second speaker, Alexander Falkin. He would say some arguments in my favor and develop the team. Daria Novakova is our third speaker. She also will give some arguments in our favor and will argument with our opponents. So the motion for today's debate is: should selling organs be legalized or not? I think that we should start with some definitions which were not mentioned by our team. First is transplant. Is a surgery when an organ is taken from one person and given to another. Donor is a person that the organ is taken from. And kidneys. People have two kidneys. They are small organs in the lower part of our back. They can clean waste from the blood and make an urine. So let's start with my arguments. Organ donation saves lives. Many organs can be donated, such as liver, kidneys, lung, heart, and pancreas. Many organs can be donated. Organs are used for different purposes, but most of all they are used for treatments of different diseases and illnesses, such as severe burns. Reasons against organ donation vary a lot of the individual. For some there are religion reasons against the donation, while others' family may believe it may contradict with intention to be a donor. In some religions, it is believed that donating organ may influence the afterlife of the donor. So, as we have seen, this was our first argument, that donating shouldn't be legalized because it can conflict with religious and political views of the person. Our second argument is that donating organ can be really unsafe. Furthermore, many people avoid becoming donors because of the fear that it will influence their own medical treatment. They believe the doctor might not try to do their best if there will be any accident. It may happen only in two cases: if the person is too human or he or she really needs money. To the doctor, no one's life is important than another, so he will try to save life of the person who is in front of him. The last reason why we are opposite this motion is an increase of crimes and violence. Criminals already steal different merchandises from shops and resell them from scheduled deals. What would prevent the same thing with organs? I'll answer. The criminals would be able to kill you and get any organ they want and then get rid of the shell of a body. It could be even be possible to buy organs abroad, like a sex slave industry or selling humans. Now I would like to say something about the second argument of our opponents. They say it is a big risk and the crimes would be, no, sorry. Doctors should save the life in any way they can. But what would prevent this thing? Doctors should save life, but if we legalize selling organs, it would reduce crimes and violence. So the killers will kill people, and there is no way to save life if other person is murdered.
Question.
Yes.
Can
Yes.
I have a question concerning the increasing of crime.
Yes.
You said that legalization of these operations will make a lot of crimes, but a lot of good things can do the same. For example, somebody has a part of land. Flowers are growing there, trees are growing there. This land is good for the state and for the government, because the land will be nice and will give a lot of money for government. But there are a lot of bad traders, a lot of killers that will kill this owner of land, and it will be the development of corruption around this part of land. So
you say that the criminals will be the owner of this land, yes?
And from his part and from part of person,
but
of
it
people
will
around.
be really easy to find these criminals, because why they need land if they won't build any building, and so government can find them easily, I think.
So government can find a killer easily too?
No.
Yes.
Imagine you're a killer, but if someone wants to kill him, he may do it like, I don't know how to say it, incognito. He will take you, kill, then taking your organ, and who knows where, maybe in the wood or on the field. So I come to the finally of my speech. I have presented you some arguments, and now I would like to repeat them. So the first argument was in the conflict of religions and political views of majority of people. Second is a fear of the doctors would not do their best if there will be any accident, and it will the donated organ will influence their medical treatment. Last but not the least argument, which will be presented by our team today, is the increasing of crimes and violence.
Okay. You said that
14 seconds.
now
Can you show us when it is the first minute ended and the last minute started? For example, when the first minute will end, doing this way, and the last minute will start, doing this way, okay? So the second speaker of the...
10 seconds. Good morning, respected judges. Good morning, dear opponents. My name is Sergey. I'm the second player of the team SDV1658. Today, I will try to refute arguments given by our negative team. I will add a new argument to the earlier one that was given by Nastya, and I will make a small conclusion of my speech. So, firstly, I would like to argue with you again about the increasing of crime. There are a lot of good things that cause them bad thing. So it's not logically to make such a conclusion that only the development of such legalization of such kind of operations will cause a lot of kills, a lot of breaking laws and other bad things. Then your first argument was the conflict of religions. You see, the life of a person is the most important thing in our world. So if a person needs some organ that will definitely help him to live further, I'm sure that his family or he won't do this only because of his religions. And then, not every person is religious. So, if one person will be unreligious, he will be atheist. And he would need an organ, and this part of law won't be. He will die, so it's bad. And the second argument was doctors. You can?
Oh, yes. I think that the most people who are really religion, they can give their life in the sake of their religion. Muslims, for example, Orthodox, if there are two religions, they can give their life in the sake of religion.
And your opinion must be based on something. Why do you think so?
Because a lot of examples of this we can find in different groups in the South, which are based on religion. And if something is wrong, they can give their life in the sake of this group, in the sake of religion.
In the South of what?
South of our world.
The whole South?
No, Muslims, Egypt, Iran.
I would repeat that it's your opinion. Okay, I can think it, I can hear it, but nevertheless, our team thinks that life of a person is much important, is more important than his religious prejudice. Your second argument was about a conflict that can cost his doctor. And a doctor can have a practice if there won't be such causes. But you see, everything that is new, always can cause some promises, some troubles. It's normal. But in, for example, 20 years or in 10 years, doctors will be professional in these kind of operations. And of course, they will save not only one life, they will save and life of donor and life of a sick person.
But we are speaking about our nowadays.
It's a question or interruption?
It's a question, yes. Sorry for interruption, of course. But I quite disagree.
But I didn't agree to answer it.
You what?
I didn't agree to answer it.
Oh, okay. What? Sorry, man.
Yes, you can ask.
No.
I just didn't agree.
Mm-hmm.
But there wasn't a question to ask a question. So, doctors can save both lives and it will be greater. I would like to remind you our two first arguments. There were doctors should have the right to save a human life any way they can. I just explained you the meaning of this on your second argument, and money for the poor families, especially if they are in need. I didn't hear from you a strong refutation, so maybe you agree with it. Our last argument is push of the development. The world economics nowadays is weak, goes without saying. So government has to look at the easiest way of solving this problem. This way of legalization, the sale of human organs, to our minds is the best, because it doesn't develop only the economics of the country, but it can develop the level of medicine. It will increase it. It will develop it will stop the increasing of the level of death in the country, because doctors will save a great amount of life if it will be legalized. And then I will give you an example. How many minutes do I have?
Last minute.
I will give you an example of Belarus. Last year, as it was on the news on the first channel, in Belarus there are 3,000 operations this kind every year. So you see, they are 80% of these operations are successful. So 80% of 3,000 is 2,400 people are alive every year. You can't. So no, you can't. It's the last minute. Yeah. And the economics in Belarus is highly developed. It's increasing. I have 15 seconds to close my fingers.
Sorry.
And to our minds, the economics in Belarus is a good example for such a legalization. So finally, I'd like to say that we put our argument and refuted arguments of our opponents. Well, thanks.
Good morning to all who are taking part in this debate. And first, I would like to respond to what our opponents have said. First, you said that donating organs you can save lives of other people. Yeah, I can disagree with that. But by saving lives of some people, you will kill or injure others. And then you talk about a list of rules of Hippocrates, and you said that all medicals should assist a person. But there is another rule, not injure. And by assisting one person, you are injuring others. So these are difficult arguments to explain, I think. Then you tell that some poor person can get more money and that can help them to live longer. But how new stuff can help others to live longer? I think it can't. Just the only thing that can help you to do this is taking care of your health. And the last argument I want to respond is you talked about relatives, but it's easy when you're talking about others' relatives. But imagine that your relatives are dying and someone asking you to take his organ to save lives. Would you confess? No, sorry. Would you allow to do this? I think yes. Okay, yes.
No, not answer.
So now I want to raise a few arguments against organ donation. As you know, there are body donation and organ donation. Body donation is the using of human body by medical students for training. Just to be clear, it doesn't directly save someone's life. So, and all of these have some cons. The fact is that the body kept for more time than only donating organs. It might be in facility for days or weeks. It may be in the operation theater and used by many people. Some families might be confused by the fact that donor body often kept on life support while tissues are removed.
Question.
Can you ask? Okay.
Nowadays, as you said, and as everybody knows, that we can donor organs. For example, I can give my, I don't know, kidney for my sick sister, and it will be okay. It is legalized. And you said that doctors shouldn't
Shouldn't eat.
No, I want to say that we shouldn't legalize the sale of organs because doctors will can make a mistake when they will do this operation. But do you think that doctors will make the mistake only if they will do it for money?
Sorry, I see your point, but that's not quite correct. I said that when doctors are taking organ from some human, in any way it will hurt him. We can't live without an organ that were given for us by nature. I think you just disagree. You just don't know what I said. So surgeons don't remove any tissues until the person is brain dead, of course. But they often keep body on life support and ventilate and keep heart pumping fresh blood to remove tissues. It's not the same as life, but there is a moment when the ventilator removed and the heart stops. So we, as today's opposition team, think that society shouldn't adopt any practices that would create injustices or would make the violation of rights of individuals. Allowing organs to do this will do both, we think. So it was an argument against whole body donation. And now let me raise some reasons why we are opposing such things now. There are three main arguments against selling organs, which is highly important and which lie behind most of the others. Some you have seen from the words of Mary, and some I will give you now. First, involves a concern with how selling organs leads to commodification of human body. Just to be clear, commodification is doing some thing like commodity. Commodity is a thing that then you can simply buy or sell. The second involves a concern with exploitation of the poor for the benefit of the rich. Nowadays we can see that most organs are taken from the bodies of poor people, not from rich. And as Mary said, donors doesn't usually choose who the organs go to, and perhaps it may be a person of a different faith or political viewpoint. So we insist that donating of organs is a form of cannibalism today. This all, yeah.
You said just now, we see it, that a lot of organs are taken from poor people to rich people. How can you see it?
I can see it by statistics, because there are many people who are standing in hospitals waiting for organs, but if you are rich people, you can buy organ anytime. So all these arguments are difficult to explain, and I understand they're not going to suit everyone, but just think about your words and imagine what you want our society to be like. Thanks for your attention.
Can I start? Okay. Good morning one more time. I'm the third player of affirmative team. My name is Valeria. Also, thank you for such nice speeches, for your arguments. We heard you, and now I would like make a little conclusion of all of both speeches of ours and yours. First of all, I would like to say, to pick our arguments, to make my speech more correctly, to understand. Okay, first of all, doctors should have the right to save a human life in any way they can. So, I will explain. When the person needs to stay alive, need the operation, the doctor should save it in any way. So, the doctor wouldn't just stay and wait while the person will die, or imagine if the person needs the operation, if your friend or if another person will need an operation, for example, a heart or some link, what doctor should do? Also, doctors should have an opportunity to make the operations with transplanting of organs. They should make it, and the doctors must master their surgeon skills. So, if the house will legalize the sale of human organs, the doctors will have more opportunity to how to do it, and there will be less like some problems in the operation. And so, yes, and so we need to legalize the sale of human organs. I think that even religion people need an operation. And for example, everybody have children. Everybody has such situation. I don't say that everybody, but there are a lot of like situations in life, because it is life. When the person needs this operation and needs organs, and I think even it is religious people, they will not like kill their children. It is really strange. Also, what to do? Also, what to do if the person needs operation? Just to stay and nothing to do, just to like. And also, the doctors can't wait for a donor. When there is like a time and the person's life is very short, it has maybe an hour, maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and it needs a donor. And some people like gave these organs to the hospital, and so they have money from this, and like volunteer and help another people, not just take money from this for themselves, but help another. And I think that's why we should legalize also sale of organ. Also, we said that the second argument, I'm sorry, the money for the family, I'm sorry, the third argument, the push of the development. Also, as the second player of our team said, that there is very weak. I'm sorry. The economics nowadays in the world is very weak. So, yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. Is how doctor can find a donor?
So this problem, donors shouldn't like find donor. That's why we should legalize to sell organs that people can just come and give their organs and just to sell, and doctors just will buy, not find them.
Okay, and if there will be such situation and you must be a donor of heart, you have 5 minutes. What do you do?
You like tell me about my personality. We speak about all the people.
Okay, all people. I don't think
one question.
Yes.
No, one question you should.
Sorry, can I ask?
Yeah. In 15 seconds, please. The rules. Sorry.
So you asked.
I'm sorry. In 15 minutes. Seconds. I'm sorry. Yeah. Also, the world economics aspect. There is very weak economics in our nowadays in the government. Also, and I think that such problem, if we will legalize this sale of human organs, it will be the easiest way to solve this problem. And yes.
So you told us about volunteers that are selling their organs to help others, but we don't have so many organs to sell. We can sell just 1 or 2 organs and stay alive, and then you are dying. So we don't have so much organs to sell, and volunteers can help people only 1 or 2 times.
I don't understand the question. I'm sorry. Well, what is there?
The question is how volunteers can help people for a long time. They can help only for 1 or 2 times, and these volunteers just a few.
You know, there are a lot of people living on the Earth, on our planet, and there are a lot of volunteers. Yes, 7 millions, yeah, billions, yes, of people, and I think one person don't need to help everybody. It is impossible. You agree?
It is impossible, yeah, but if you're talking that there are so many volunteers around the world, why there are so long list of people who are waiting for organs in hospitals?
That's why we should legalize the soul of the organ to make like.
But you say they can't help you there now.
One question. I will return to my third argument, and as I said, it is the easiest way. It is the best way, I think. We think so, and I think for the government it will also be better to develop economics, and also in different countries, the level of medicine will highly grow, and I think also to stop, and there will be less deaths from all over the world. And as I said before, also it is it is the same like the way we will help people selling the blood. You know, it is also legal, the blood. We just can go and like a volunteer give some blood, but not like a liter or how many if possible. And it is also, what is the difference between organs and blood? Also, we don't need to give all our organs to people, but just as much as we need. So we will not be sick, and people will not be sick, and everything will be okay. As I said in the second argument, the people will have money and help each other. Thank you for your attention. That's all.
Hello everybody. We've heard different opinions, arguments and points, and I would like to reply some arguments of my opponents. So you say that why we can donate blood and why we shouldn't donate organs. You see, blood is reducing every second, every moment, but we have only one heart and only one stomach or something like this. So we couldn't say that organs are near with blood. So now I would like to summarize and to support our team's opinion. As first and second speakers said, organs is now illegal. Even that it is illegal, the number of recipients is increasing with every day. So we can say that it will cause increasing and development of the black market, which is one of the burning problems nowadays. Other point is religion. Of course, majority of religions supports organ donation, but there are some other religions. And according to them, donating and selling buying organs is unfair and wrong thing to do. But they also hardly believe that it will influence their afterlife and affect their medical treatment. Another issue which I want to...
Yes? Do you think that to donate organs it is normal?
No.
No?
I think that we have 2 kidneys, 1 heart, 1 brain, and this is our own. Of course, if you want to do something with your organism, you can. Mm-hmm. It is confidential. But in my point of view, we should take care about ourselves, and it is maybe unfair because even donors, we haven't enough. We haven't enough circumstances to do it. Okay, thank you. So. Another issue which I want to underline is that selling and buying organs, in some point of view, is like cannibalism. We can call it social or friendly cannibalism because it is, as I have said before, unfair and wrong. As my teammate has said before, if everybody had a possibility to change damaged organ, it would lead to the fact that people won't take care about themselves. And we should take care about ourselves and people who surround us. I'm not sure that these were the main cons, and they cancel all pluses because they are very important. And also may add and attract your attention to the fact that donor or his family has no data who receives the donated organs. Organ may be donated to recipients who have different religions or political views, or to people who donor thinks doesn't deserve him. If that organ is available, it shouldn't go to the highest bidder, but the person who needs it most. We shouldn't monetize organs because the gift of the life shouldn't cost you an arm and a leg. Shouldn't be sky high. Hello? Yes.
How many minutes?
3 minutes 40 seconds.
The first speaker, the final speech.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the final way of our debate. Now I'm going to summarize this debate and see what both sides have said and what the outcome of this debate actually is. So, according to our opinion, the biggest plus minuses of donated organs are: human organs can become a part of business. If the governments give the permission for doing this, many people will increasingly die without any reason. Second, corruption society where the rich and are healthy and the poor are dying, and people are going around to kill babies and stealing old people's hearts. Is that world you wish your grandchild to live in? A dark and messed up world like that? No, I think. The third point is cannibalism, and the fourth is conflict with religions. The main clash points were the doctors have right to save recipient's life. Doctors don't have such rights. Government, nature may give us different rights, but not the doctors. Doctors only make an operation. They can't sell, they can't buy organs. Only people should choose if they want to injure themselves an organ. And really, I think that religion is, for most of people, is more important than their life. And if the person doesn't want to have an injured organ, why he should do it? Why doctor shouldn't choose if this person should die or live. Of course, life is sacred, but life in the sake of another life is implied. So these were the main clash points. Thanks our opponents for this amazing debate. Thanks for your attention.
So I'm the second speaker of the affirmative team. My name is Sergey, and I will make a reply speech. I will tell firstly about the flashpoint. There was a flashpoint about statistics. The second speaker of the negative team said that he knows about the statistics where he found the information about the selling of organs of poor people. And he didn't mention about this statistic, he didn't explain it at all. Then there was else a flashpoint about blood and its attitude to organs. Again, the negative team, said that of course people can sell the organs without which people can live, but we should prove it. So you proved the thing that we should prove. Then I'd like to mention our argument. The first argument was that doctors should have the right to save human rights in any way they can, and we proved it. Then the second argument was that money for the family, especially if they are in need. The third argument was a push development. We proved it with help of example of statistics, clear statistics in Russia. You said something, the first speaker of negative team said something once about personal examples. She asked the third speaker of our team about if you should have organs, and the second speaker asked me if I will be in such a situation. It's all the personal examples, and even you said that you think I won't do that, but it's your opinion. It's my decision. What will I do it, or shall I do it, or shan't I do it? And I can ask that I will do it. So it's your opinion, boss, not mine. Then I like to tell that our team thinks that we proved our arguments. We made criteria in proper way, definitions. So thank you all for the game.
So, dear teams, thank you for the brilliant game. It was a brilliant game, maybe the best game that I have seen during these 2 days. The first thing that I want to say that both teams were prepared very good, and I heard a lot of arguments. But one thing that I didn't like, that was not so good in this game, is that there were a lot of arguments, but not so many examples and facts. And you know, the debate is such a game where you can prove your ideas, your arguments with the facts. If you haven't got fact, if you haven't got example, it means that your argument is not right. Especially it is about the equilibrium team, because you had a lot of arguments. They are very brilliant arguments, but you didn't prove them with your facts and examples, with statistics. What else I wanted to say, that equilibrium group, I liked your team very much because you are very tolerant, and the debate is such a game where we have to show the tolerance, yes, where we teach others how to be tolerant, because we are not arguing, we are expressing our ideas, our thoughts. This is the main thing in this game. As far as the structure of the game is concerned, firstly what I want to say is about questions. When we are asking questions, as I told you yesterday too, and today I will explain it to you, when we are asking questions, we can ask only one question. It's not a conversation. For example, if you talk points, sir, you are standing up, you are asking a question, and you wait for answer, and you can't ask follow-up questions. So you can't ask second and third question at one time. You can sit, and after 50 seconds, you can again raise your hand and ask another question. It's in this way, okay? And according to the structure, we have 8 minutes to speak, yes, and you have to speak all 8 minutes. If you are not speaking 8 minutes, it means that we are taking points from your personal score. One more thing, it's if your time is up, you have spoken 8 minutes, you have 20 seconds to finish your song.